Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 for this tutorial on how to build the house from Home Alone. Here in this one, we're going to be finishing the main exterior of the house itself. So we're going to be doing the roof, then the covered porch at the front side, and the detached 2-car garage. We're going to continue using all of the same blocks that we gathered up in part 1. So just for now, make sure you have all of these blocks in your quick access inventory, because these are the ones that we're going to be starting out with. Let's start here at the front. We'll go ahead and do the covered porch here first. Make sure you have the pillar quartz block. And where we left this single space, let's be sure to bring up a pillar of 5. Now, right behind each of those pillars at the top, you can switch to the full blocks of the smooth quartz and just have one right there. And then you can switch to the smooth quartz slabs. And at the top edge of these blocks, we'll go ahead and bring out 3 on each side. And then you can switch to the smooth quartz stairs. We're going to have one on top of the slab all the way at the end. And then an upside down one right behind that first stair. And then you can switch to the smooth quartz slab. We'll have one on top of that stair. And then a set of 2 right next to that slab. And then you could go ahead and just continue with the next layer up and have a set of 4 slabs to connect it all together and shape out this arch. Now be sure to switch back to the full blocks of the smooth quartz. I'll go ahead and have one on top of the pillar and then one right next to that block. And then you can switch to the smooth quartz slab and we'll go ahead and have one right next to that full block and then another one on top of it. Do the same on this side. And then just right here we have another 2 slabs going across. So we just added this little extra layer right below the overhang here. How about we go up above and fill in the roof itself. So you just want to line up where we have the stairs and the slabs. So here at this first layer, I'm going to switch to the polished tough stairs. And just have 2 stairs there. And 2 stairs over here. And then you can see everywhere else will just be slabs. And once again, just line up where we have all of that quartz. You can see here we do have this little bit of space that we have to fill in with the brick. So I'll just go ahead and swap to that real quick. Fill that in. Do the same on this side. And then we should be able to just move that out of the way for now. And then we'll grab that glass again. Now let's continue with this extra layer that we have here. So you can just switch back to the full blocks and the slabs. We're just going to go right behind it and add an extra layer. And then we have the remaining space here, which is going to be filled in with the full blocks. Let's also be sure to go back down below and do the glass that we have on each side of the doorway. So this glass window is going to be 1 block further back than where we have the doorway. So we are going to be sure to have an extra layer just wrapping right around the opening here. So you could just use any block for now, as this is going to be the interior wall, so it will be changed later on. But this is just going to be all filled in right here with the glass. So now from the outside, we have it all filled in, we have the glass done. And now, how about we go ahead and do the light? So we will need that, oh, it was the lever that I had right here, not the glass. So we'll swap out that glass, make sure to grab that lever again. And right here, we'll have a lever pointed down like that. And then we'll go right below it, we'll make sure to crouch. And have a chain. And then a lantern. And that is pretty much about it for the entrance here, where we have this covered porch. So now, how about we go ahead and do the roof all the way up here at the 2nd floor level. So when it comes to this roof, it's actually quite simple. So first what we'll start out with are the polished tough stairs. And I'm just going to go all the way around and just wrap around as a normal roof. And I'm just going to start out with 6 layers for now. So we're going to start right on top of the overhang that we have here. And like I said, all I'm going to do is just wrap this all the way around. and just continue working my way up by 6 layers. So here's the first layer, as you can see, just wrapped all the way around. Now we're going to go up on the next layer and just do the same thing. It'll be 1 block higher and 1 block further in, just following right along with the previous layer. Right now, I just have 6 layers going up, wrapping all the way around, so it's going to be looking a little something like this. Now let's go here at the back where we have this extra bit that juts out. I'm going to switch to the slabs, and I'm just going to bring this in by 4 until we meet up right here at the edge. Now you can switch back to the stairs, and we're just going to focus on all of this space right here. This is all completely done now. So we're going to go up on the next layer. And, oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. And what I'm going to do is just wrap around for all of this remaining space just for this one more layer. So there we go, just have that additional layer, 1 block higher than where we left off is this set here. And now, I'm going to continue going up by another 3 layers. But I'm just going to do this rectangular shape right here in the middle. So we're going to be going straight across and not filling in any more of the sides. So, right around here, we'll start off the next layer. And this is all just going to be an additional 3. And as you see, I just went straight across right here. So this will be the first layer. And then we're going to do 2 more after this. Alright, so this is what it should now be looking like. So just that 3 additional layers higher than all of these layers here. Now let's switch to the smooth quartz blocks. And we're going to fill in all of the space remaining just at the same layer. So just a flat layer of full blocks of the smooth quartz all filled in here. Same for the other side and same for the middle. And now I'm going to switch to the polished tough slabs, and right along the outer edge of where we have that quartz, we're just going to place right on top of it and just add 1 final layer to finish off the roof. And there we go, we have the roof for the upper level of the house fully filled in. Now you can see here, we still have to do this section at the backside. So this space right here is really simple. So I'm just going to continue with the polished tough slabs and just be the space right below the quartz slabs here. And just fill in all of the space right here at this layer. And this is all we're going to be doing here for this space. And now let's focus on this section right here, which is the last bit of the roof for the house. So this is all quite simple as well. We're going to continue with these slabs. We'll start once again right on top of the overhang. And we're just going to keep wrapping this all around. And it's going to be 9 layers in total. So that'll be layer 1. So that is the second layer right there. And now we'll go in to the wall all the way across like that. And then just right back to following along with the previous layer. Wrapping this all the way around. And this space will stop right here. Go up on the next layer, just right up against the wall. And now you can see it's just this shape all right here. And it's going to be 9 layers in total. So I'm at the top, and you can see we're just going to be left with the 2 extra spaces right here at the very top. And that is all there is to the roof for this little section. So very simple as well, just wrapping it all the way around and going into the house. Let's be sure to do a couple more lanterns here where these doorways are at the back entrance. So make sure to start with the lever, and I'll just have it starting, how about at this layer? So we have the lever pointing down, we'll crouch, have the chain, and the lantern. And I think that's a good height. We'll do the same down here. So just right here at this layer, then crouch, have the chain, and the lantern. Now let's head on back up towards the front. And we're going to have a total of 3 windows in the roof, which is going to be at the attic level. So first, let's start by marking out where all 3 windows are going to be. So let's go here to the right side first. We're going to be lining up with this window right here. We're going to leave these 2 first layers of these stairs. So on the 3rd layer, we're going to carve out 4 spaces right here, just lined up with that window. We're going to do the same thing over here on this side, line up with this window, make sure we skip over these first 2 layers, and carve out these 4 right there. Now let's flip around to the back. We're going to have 1 more window back here, which is the main window which has access to the treehouse that'll be back here. So it's going to be lined up with this big window here, leave the 2 spaces again, and carve out these 4 spaces. So I'm going to flip around back up towards the front. And I'll go ahead and show you how to do this window here. And then I'll probably just skip through this one and the one at the back. And if you need to, you could just rewatch how to do this one for the other 2. So we'll start with the full blocks of the smooth quartz. Go ahead and flip around and place 4 right here down at the bottom. Switch to the pillar quartz block. We'll bring up 3 on each side. Now let's switch to the smooth quartz stairs. We'll have 2 upside down here at the top in the middle. And then another one upside down in front of the pillar. And then we'll have 1 on the side and at the top. Do the same over here. And then upside down right next to that. And then 2 facing up at the top again. And then you can see we have this space remaining here at the back, which will be filled in with the full blocks of the smooth quartz. Switch to the smooth quartz slabs. We're going to have 2 on each side right below the stairs. And I'll go ahead and have another one right behind that. And now let's switch to the polished tuff stairs. And we'll start lining up with all of the quartz stairs and connecting it into the roof here. So first you can see, how about we go ahead and remove these 4 stairs right here at this layer, and then the other 4 up here at the next layer. Now we can connect into that first layer right there, so we just have the 2 stairs, goes right into it. Flip around to this side, do the same thing. Now at this next layer, let's go ahead and just remove these 2. And then we have 3 stairs that are just going to connect into this one. Just like that. And then for the final layer, we could go ahead and maybe just remove this one, curve right into that stair, and then do the same thing on this side. And it should all flow together nicely. It's all filled in. If you look at the side, you can see we do have that final little space there. So you can switch back to the full block of the smooth quartz, fill in a block there, and then back on the outside, you could go ahead and grab the glass again, and we'll have 4 black stained glass panes filled in right there, and that finishes off the window in the roof here at the front side. Now I'm going to have another one here at the left side, and then the one at the back side will be the exact same thing once again, just like this one. But make sure to leave this space empty with the glass. I'll be sure to show you that at the end once I have it done. But anyway, let's go ahead and finish off the other 2, and I'll show you that glass part at the back side after I have both of them ready to go. So now I have this window here at the back side all done except for the glass. It's just very slightly different. All I want to do is still have the glass here at the left side, but then I want to add an extra layer so that it curves out like that. That way we have this opening here, which will have access to the treehouse. That is the only difference that I wanted to show. Now, this space right here is where the chimney's going to be. And that'll be the final thing for this house, and then the entire exterior of it will be fully complete. We will then end up going back at the end and doing all of the snow within the roof. That'll be after we do all of the landscaping. But first, let's go ahead and now do the chimney here at this back side. So for the chimney, we're going to be using the granite stairs, the hoppers, the dark oak trapdoors, and the campfires. So we'll start with the granite, and we just have the 4 spaces right here starting down at the bottom. And then I'm just going to bring this up until I'm just about at the top. So how about we go ahead and stop it right around there. There's not really any particular way to do this, but as long as you have the overall shape somewhat similar, it should all work out good. Now let's just do 2 spaces wide. We'll be sure to remove the overhang here in this first layer of the stairs and just continue with the 2 spaces, and I'll go ahead and stop it maybe right around, how about at that layer? How about one more? Let's see. Somewhere around there. Like I said, doesn't have to be anything specific. I think I am going to go ahead and shift this layer down right here. And then just have these as granite stairs, leaving just an extra layer of the brick right above it. And you could go ahead and just leave the chimney as it is. I did end up adding an extra layer right in front of it right here. And I brought it up just a little bit lower than the previous level here, and just filled that in with stairs. And yeah, I'll go ahead and leave it similar to how it was at the original. And then there was one final extra little bit that I did up here at the top, and that was just a set of upside down stairs right around there, just to add a little bit more to it so it's not so bland. Even though the chimney in real life is really flat, doesn't have any of this extra stuff, but I did still want to add a little bit extra to it, just so it does look a little bit nicer in the game. For the top, I'm just going to go ahead and have a couple hoppers right up here, and then we'll be sure to crouch, have the campfires right on top of that, and then we'll have the dark oak trapdoors flipped up to cover up the campfires. And that is all there is to the chimney. And that was the final thing to finish off the entire exterior of the house itself. As I mentioned just a second ago, I am still going to have to add all of the snow within the roof, but the house itself is fully complete. So now we'll head on over here to this left side. You can see we still have a lot of empty space here. This is where the detached 2-car garage is going to be. We're going to start with the foundation, so we're going to be using the andesite. I'm going to look over here to the right. I'm going to make sure I'm lined up at the second space here where the house is. We'll look straight down and make sure to go in until we're on the 7th space. So right here, we'll start off the foundation, and you should now be able to see 6 more spaces right here in between them. To the left of this first block, we'll have another 2. We'll then skip over 2, have 2 more here, skip over 5, have 1 space here on the 6th space, skip over another 5. Once again, on the 6th space, we'll have another block here, and then 2 more to the left, which should now be right here at the edge of the plot. So we have the 2 main garage doors right here, and then a small regular door right there. Now let's go behind each side, so over here at the right and at the left. We're going to work our way towards the back with the foundation by an additional 13. So you should now be left with 1 more space here, and within the space where the plot is. So we'll do the same on this side. What I'll do is just line up with the other side, just like that, and then we'll connect this together. And now on top of that foundation, you can switch to the bricks, and we'll go ahead and just add 4 layers right on top of it all for now. We will end up going back and cutting out a few windows. but for now, we'll just fill it all in with 4 layers of the brick. So this is what we have so far, the foundation with the andesite and the 4 layers of the brick on top of it. Now let's start doing the roof. So let's be sure to grab the full blocks of the smooth quartz. I'll just swap out the brick for now. And I'm going to be 1 layer higher than where we have the brick here for this wall. So I'll just go ahead and place a temporary block. And then just 1 more block further out for the overhang. We'll go ahead and then just bring it forward like that. And then we'll just wrap this all the way around the side and the back. Just like this with the full block. And I'll stop it right here, just like that side. And now you can switch to the smooth quartz slabs. And we're just going to work our way up to shape out the triangle point here at the front. So you could just start at the top half of that full block. And just stack up all of the slabs. I'm just going to bring this up until I feel like I'm about at the middle. I'm going to say maybe right around there. Then what I like to do is go on the other side and start bringing this up, and we'll see if they match up. Alright, it looks like I actually brought that right where it should be, so it just connected right into it. So this is the triangle shape that we have here at the front. And now everywhere else, you could go ahead and fill in with the polished tough slab for the roof itself. So just line up where all of the smooth quartz slabs are, follow right along within the edge of these full blocks here for the overhang, and just wrap this all the way around and connect it into the other side. And I'm just going to continue working my way up and filling in all of the other space. Alright, there we go. Got it all filled in with those slabs. Now let's go ahead and focus here on the front side. And I'm just going to cut straight across the top, right above where we have all of the walls already marked out. So just right here at this layer, just go straight across to the other side. And then we'll fill in all of the other space right above this. We will have another small little kind of like decorative window here at the front. But we'll go ahead and just fill it all in for now. Makes it a little bit easier and quicker. Just like that. And now you can see we have the 2 garage doors here and the smaller door. Let's look over here where the smaller door is. I'm going to be sure to add an additional layer of the brick right there at the top. And then 2 upside down smooth quartz stairs. And then 3 black stained glass panes going up here at the left. Curve out the bottom and the top. And the empty space in the middle will be the pale oak fence. Now let's focus on the garage doors. I am going to be sure to grab the black stained glass, just the regular block. That is something I forgot to grab. We're only going to need 3 blocks of them. So let's start with the pillar quartz blocks. And I'm just going to go down at the bottom and in 1 space, so that we're not at the same layer as this, but 1 block further back. And I'm going to start by having the pillar quartz blocks on their side. And then we'll go up on the next layer and do the same thing. So that we have 2 now. And then 3. And then we're going to go ahead and have this layer be 3 black stained glass panes in the middle. And then on each side we'll go ahead and connect another pillar quartz block. And then we'll have 1 more layer right above the glass. Just like that. Now over here for this side, I decided to have the garage door opened up already. So right here at this layer, 1 block further in again, we'll go ahead and have another set of the pillar quartz blocks going straight across right there. And then we'll have 1 on each side right here. And this is where the only use for the full blocks of the glass is going to be. Just like that. And then we'll have the other 3 layers of the pillar quartz blocks going straight across here at the front. There we go, so now we have an open door there. Let's be sure to do the little decorative window here at the top. So I'm going to carve out this space, and then the other 2 right below it. and then another one on each side, so we have this little plus shape. And then you could grab the full blocks of the smooth quartz. I'll have one on each side, and then an upside down smooth quartz stair at the top and one facing up at the bottom, and then the black stained glass pane in the middle. Since we're here at the front, let's be sure to do the light source. So I'm gonna have the chain, the lever, and the lantern. So let's start with the lever. I'll just go right here at the left, have that pointing down right there, have one right here in the middle, and then one more here at the right. Then we'll be sure to go right below that and crouch and have a chain. And then below that will be the lantern. Make sure you have the pale oak trap doors. There's one final thing that I almost forgot to do here for the garage doors. So on each side where we have this space, we want to make sure to have some of these pale oak trap doors just flipped down on each side. And then over here, it'll just be these 4 spaces. And then we'll go at the top right above the opening here, have a layer of trapdoors like that. We'll do the same thing on this side, just right here at the bottom edge of these blocks. And that was one final touch I wanted to add for the garage doors. And then for the inside, we're not going to worry about doing that quite just yet. We're going to go ahead and leave it for the start of part 4, when we start doing the interior. But let's go ahead and flip around to this side. We're going to have a couple windows over here and a couple more at the opposite side. So these are pretty simple. I'll just look over here at the right first. We're going to be sure to leave this first layer of the bricks down here at the bottom, and also leave these first 3 blocks here. So we're going to be starting at the 4th space. We're going to carve out 4 here, and then do the same at the back side. Leave the 3 spaces right here, and have another window. And then let's go on the other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing. And now, I want to be sure to have some trapdoors below and above the opening here. And then at each side on the inside as well. So now it looks like we have this nice squared off trim around the edge of the window. We'll head on over to the other side and do that exact same thing again. And now let's go from the inside. And I'm just going to use a temporary block, so I guess for now I'll just use the bricks. And at this layer is where the glass will be, just like all the other windows. So you could go ahead and just add this around the outer edge of the opening for each side. And then you can fill it in with the black stained glass panes. And there we go. So we're going to leave it at that for now, here for the garage. And I'm just going to leave it at that here for part 2. So now we have the detached garage here, and we finished off the rest of the house. Alright guys, that's going to be it here for part 2 for this tutorial on how to build the house from Home Alone. If this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 3. We'll be doing all of the landscaping and decorations for the rest of the outside of the build.